Eve.
All right, thanks, Matt. Well, is your hair dried out or losing its vibrant color thanks to all the sun we've seen this summer? If it is, don't worry. We're coming to your rescue this morning and showing you how to protect your locks for the rest of the summer season. Patrick McIvor, owner of Patrick McIvor Color Studio in Bethlehem and Studio 2 in Allentown, and one of his stylists, Nathan Rosenkrantz, join me in the studio now to give us some tips. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you again, and we have our lovely model, Andrea, here.
Absolutely.
So as Matt just mentioned, you know, the weather, the sun's still beating, the humidity, we're still dealing with the humidity, guys, so maybe I should use some of these products. And you know, it's been a hot summer, so what are some of the issues your clients are coming in saying, guys, help me? What are they dealing with?
I think one of the biggest issues for people is, first of all, how to care for your hair in the summer, and second of all, simple styling ideas that keep your hair looking good all the time.
Okay.
So for the first thing, when you're dealing with summer hair, there's a couple things. If you have blonde hair, one of the things that can happen, especially in the area that we live in, where we have things like we have a lot of iron, we have a lot of minerals in our water, we swim a lot in lakes.
Sure.
And what happens is the hair absorbs that water in the same way our bathing suits do. So we can use things like brightening products that don't strip the hair but actually cleanse the hair in the same way that we'll use witch hazel to get that astringent quality for our skin. We can use things like So Bright, which take out buildup.
Okay.
For somebody who is a swimmer and swims in a chlorinated pool, a lot of times they're going to be dealing with buildup from chlorine. So they're going to use something that's going to be a little bit more chelating, that's going to be a clarifying type of shampoo.
Okay.
So there are different choices that people can make depending on the condition of their hair.
Okay, love it. So there are products available to help us.
Absolutely. There is medicine for the hair.
Good, love it, love it.
But the biggest challenge we have is a lot of times in the summer what we do is we pull our hair back in a ponytail.
Yeah.
And as adults, what happens is we end up with this light patch on the top center of our head that's a different color than everything else. So Nathan Rosenkrantz, who's our fashion director for our team, he leads shows at New York City's Fashion Week like Seven of All Mankind. He works with Betsy Johnson,
Just
Cynthia
a
Rowling.
few leading names there.
Just a few.
It's quite a resume, Mr. Nathan.
Well, thank you.
So Nate, you are taking a ponytail, but instead of doing one, you actually have one that's been created already. What are you doing?
So if I can just turn Andrea's head to the side here, you can see I've taken a section out to just behind her ear, and I did that on both sides of her head. And I put the hair into a ponytail already, and I'm going to take these other pieces into that ponytail. And what that's doing is it's going to look like a regular ponytail, but it's going to distribute the hair a little bit more freely so that when the sun hits it, it's dispersed throughout the hair instead of just hitting this one part right here.
So you're getting a full highlight, if you will, right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I love it. Okay, so it's going to look the same as Nathan mentioned. It's just the method of constructing the ponytail is a little different, right?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay,
You know, we were talking about, we want to make sure with our guests, with our clients, if you're comfortable wearing your hair in a ponytail, showing you a different way to wear it is not what's going to make your life easiest.
Okay.
But what we want to make sure is when you get done, you don't have highlights that are down the center of your head. You have highlights that make you look like Jennifer Aniston, that make you look like Lauren Conrad, where you have these beautiful highlights around the face because the sun has hit the side now and the top evenly.
So can the sun give us, Patrick, kind of a free highlight job if we do what Nathan's doing and wear our hair appropriately?
Absolutely. You know, in our salons, we have salons that are departmentalized. So Nate, who might be working with a client with a cut, making sure that the cut gives them the ability to style it, that they'll get the right highlights for their color.
Okay, love it. Let's talk some other tips about caring for our hair in the summer. Shampooing.
Yes.
Should we do it every day? What kind of shampoo should we use in the summer months?
Okay, first thing is, before you go in the water, wet your hair.
Oh.
Yes? Because what happens is now, simple thing, if you don't have anything, bottled water, wet your hair with bottled water.
Okay.
Because what happens is your hair is like a sponge. And we know that we've been sending hair to the oil spill.
Right.
Yeah, because it soaks up oil.
Right.
The problem is when you jump into the water and your hair is dry, it soaks up all the salt, it soaks up all the chlorine, it soaks up all the lake water.
Good
So
tip.
if you fill it first with good water, or even better, a great conditioner, what happens is then when you jump in, your hair does not absorb all the bad stuff. It's like a dry sponge. If you wet it first and you wipe up the cranberry juice, when you rinse it out, the sponge is not stained. If you don't wet it first, you have a permanently stained sponge.
I like it. That's a great tip. I'm going to be wet hair all the time now before I go swimming and stuff. And when you mentioned shampooing,
yes,
any special ingredients we should look for in shampoos to make sure we're getting the right,
you want to look for things. The more often you shampoo your hair, the better you're looking for things that don't have things like paraffins, that don't have things like different surfactants in it. You want things that are going to be gentle to your hair. So a great shampoo that is professionally recommended is your first choice.
Okay.
The other thing you want to do is when you get out of the water, you want to make sure you can either rinse your hair as quickly as possible.
Okay.
Again, if you have bottled water, even better. Bring a little shampoo with you to the beach. Go up to go up to the little showers that they have there and just rinse your hair out, so that at the end of the day you're not going home with all those things that your hair is soaked up.
Right. And quickly, Nathan, a good idea to use a protective spray too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of different companies that have protectant sprays where they have a UV or UVA and UVB built right into the sprays that you can put on the hair.
Great. And Andrew's hair looks fabulous as he finished it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what I did, and one of the things I did was I just pinched and pulled little pieces so that it gave it just a little bit of texture, so it's not just this perfect smooth ponytail, that it has something that's a little bit more fashionable.
Yeah, it looks natural
for just
and
a
chic.
ponytail.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, we're seeing lots of ponytails, even with dresses and stuff.
And we're going to show you that in our next segment with tips from Fashion Week.
Great tease. We could hire you here if you're looking for a gig. Good work. All right, more with Nathan and Patrick and our lovely models when we come right back. Stay with us.